tape here is damaged. I got in here. Dang it. Welcome to the channel. Today I'm just gonna put you on my chest on the GoPro chest mount. Got an error code. And I'm just gonna do some work. I'm gonna run into some issues I know with this Hi8 job. They've got some weird tapes in there. I did not expect this video to be me struggling with Hi8 tapes. Came from a foreign country, I'm not sure where, but some of his tapes do seem like they may be a little bit of an issue. Sometimes something can be... This is why you gotta find someone who cares enough to try these different things. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sean with Emerald Coast Digitizing. I convert tapes and films to digital here in Pensacola, Florida. If you need someone to do this for you, check out my website, emeraldcoastdigitizing.com. Let's get on with the video. I did start this video a little bit after I started working, so there are some things going on already, but we'll just jump right in. PAL C-Cam. But I've already tested this. This isn't C-Cam. It's a C-Cam tape, I guess, and a label, but the recording is NTSC. So it should play on this player. If it doesn't have a player over there, it'll play it. So it is playing. It's got some horizontal color bars. I don't see that all the time. Sounds good. I do have a PAL set up over here, a worldwide player, and it goes through. You know, you see the whole deal. Started to get the Hi8 tapes going first, but I figured these might run longer maybe, so. And I can always start another VHS job once these are done. And I've got quite a few Hi8 tapes over there for this job, so get these knocked out. And communion, I guess it says. I'm not sure what it says there. Can't tell what it says. This player's not turned on. So yeah, today I've just gotta get some tapes started. Get these Hi8 tapes going behind me. These 5 VHS tapes here. There's 6, but that first one that I started before I turned the GoPro on was only 11 minutes long. So 1 out of 6 is done. Yeah, 3 or 4 of these tapes said they were C-Cam on the tape. But it was not a C-Cam recording. Where did I see it at? Must have been this one. Yeah, you see it right there. PAL C-Cam. Anyways, you see here, I've got more Hi8s for this job, or maybe they're digital 8s. Then I do VHS, so that's why I wanted to knock the VHS tapes out first. So when they finish, hopefully they'll finish before long, and I can start another VHS project while these Hi8s are transferring. digital 8mm, whatever they are. We'll find out soon enough. So we'll just do some rewinding and come over here and get these started. I'm probably gonna, this is the PAL setup, I'm probably gonna take that down and pull out another Hi8 camera for this rig. This is a good one. Ooh, that cable's tight. Alright, so this one is a Hi8 and digital 8 camera, so this will be good. Power it on down there. Pull the chair around. Alright. Let's try this one. It says digital 8, Hi8 on the front of this tape, so we know it came out after digital 8 came out, so maybe it's digital 8, maybe not. You can't really tell based on the labels. But 2004, so I'm gonna guess that it is digital 8. You never can know until you put them into a camera. This one should be ready to go too. Into. Press play on this guy. Let's see if it goes. This is a digital 8 camera only. This is 1995, so this is probably not digital 8. I do have a Hi8 camera here. This is kind of the annoying thing about my Hi8 setup. Is I just kind of have to bounce around cameras depending on what type of recording is on the tape. Can be kind of annoying, but get the job done here. Let's see. I think this their 90 stuff, I think they had 2 cameras. Yeah, so that's coming through. It's definitely a Hi8. So let's rewind. I'll probably just restart the recording as well, just so I don't have to enter the labels in again. And this one here should be ready to go too, so let's go ahead and start this one. Into. So this is going through the DVD recorder as well, so it should be a pretty clean image coming through on this one. What's going on with this tape? Oh, camera's not turned on. I'll get it figured out at some point. But yeah, I mean, it's still get stuff done, even though it does take a little time to kind of get going on these workstations. But and no sound. Oh, I guess maybe there's just no sound on that tape yet. And this one doesn't seem to have anything on it. Oh, there it goes. Oh, it is a Hi8. Okay. So even their 2004 stuff is in Hi8. So after this tape, I'll probably just move to Hi8 camera. So I'm not using... This is the nicer cameras that can play both formats. Hi8, digital 8, well, and video 8. Come over here. I know I talk about this a lot on this channel, but you see this says Hi8 on it, but then there's these other tapes that say, I guess it's no more, they say digital 8, but it doesn't really mean that they're digital 8. I think I talk about this too much. This one got $160 trade-in for this camera recently, so we'll use it just to avoid. This is a dual Hi8 and digital 8 camera as well, so we'll just save it for when we need it. I think this one will be fine. And this is that bottom loader, so it's kind of a pain, but get the job done. So as soon as I move to a Hi8 camera, I get digital 8 footage, of course. So I have to switch back to this camera. Yeah, this can be kind of an annoying format to work with, these video 8 tapes, Hi8 tapes. If I would have just let this camera plugged in, I wouldn't have had that problem, but because that 2004 tape was a Hi8 tape, I figured they'd probably all be Hi8, but this is an older tape, and it's definitely digital 8. Recording on it. Oh, the battery works on this thing. Sweet. Maybe I should not use that camera as often. Alright, so now we should get footage off this. And you'll see it should just straight play on this camera. Yeah. So he does have Hi8 and digital 8, so they had 2 cameras at least. They started with a regular 8 camera and then they moved on to digital 8. So we got 5, 6, 7, 8 tapes going so far. It's not too bad. Going quicker probably if I wasn't making a video. I'd be so fast, running around doing stuff. This video is going to be kind of short though, because once I get everything going, that'll be it. All I'm doing the rest of the day is media management on a bunch of other jobs I finished last week. Make the USB drives, redo tapes that need to be redone. If there are any, I've been pretty good about getting them done first time around and not having to do any redos. When I say redos, like I transfer all the tapes and then I'll sit down and review the footage, and if I feel like I can get a better copy, I will. Let's see what happens. Digital 8 or Hi8. See, this is a digital 8 camera, and it's not showing anything. No counter, no nothing. But there's a label on it, so it probably is a Hi8. So this is a Hi8 and digital 8 camera here, so let's put it in this one. This is just a regular digital 8 camera. So annoying. I guess I should just only use the Hi8 digital 8 compatible ones, the ones that can play both. But honestly, it's not as easy to get those. I mean, when I do get them, I jump for them, you know, but you kind of take what you can get. And a decent digital 8 camera can be very useful when there's digital 8 tapes. And the battery on this one works too. That's cool. Sorry, I was out of frame. You can see the battery works on this bad boy, but let's plug it in anyways. I don't like where the AV cables are on this. We're gonna get alright, let's see. Play Hi8. Watch it go into Hi8 mode. Yep. This is a touchscreen camera though. I'm not a huge fan of the touchscreen. And even though it's switched to Hi8, we still don't have any footage. So you might have dirty heads or something. Just rewind it to the beginning just to make sure. So this says baseball 2004. And I'm not seeing anything on the counter. There's no way this is Different format. Oh, something just happened. This camera, something just happened with this camera over here. Or it switched over. Stop playing. Weird. And this one still doesn't have any footage showing up on it. Let's fast forward and see if there's anything on the counter. It should have footage on it if it's switched into Hi8 mode. Then it needs to have Hi8 footage on it for the camera to read it. But maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe it only switches over if there's no digital 8 footage available, but I'm not seeing anything on here. I guess there could be like a long play, or maybe it's a different, maybe it's a PAL format or something. But even if it was PAL, I still feel like it should play on this camera, or at least give me a counter. Got no counter. And maybe, you know, maybe the wrong tape is in this box. That happens, but I do remember having a camera that I labeled as a PAL camera, even though I don't think that it is, but let's see what I got in here. This one says PAL on it. I mean, I'm not really sure if there's a PAL format for these types of cameras, or if just some of the cameras can play both, or what, but I'm not seeing any footage come up on this, so let's just do a quick test and put it in this camera, just for fun, I guess. Just to see. I do think that tape is just blank, but it did come up. Oh, wait a second. Why did it put the date on the board? Something weird's happening here, guys. Let's stick it in here. And just see if it registers it. Oh, got an error code. I did not expect this video to be me struggling with Hi8 tapes, but dang it. Pretty much always a struggle with Hi8 tapes, unless they're just all one format. This customer's got weird tapes with weird labels on them. And now this thing doesn't, there it goes. It should work in this camera. This camera should work. But it's been a while. It's definitely been a while since I put a tape in this camera. God, stupid little flap. Killing me, flap. I don't usually sit around and talk to myself. Normally I'm quiet, but I'm just talking because I know you're listening probably. So, all right, come on, play, baby, play. Come on, why's he got that error code? What is going on? This hasn't been used in a while, I guess. This is a gift from a customer a long time ago. It's a little sticky. I don't want it to tear the tape up. Sometimes something can be wedged and you can't smack these things around and get them to work sometimes. I still think this tape is blank, but just want to try, see if I can get it to play. This camera should work. It's doing something different than it did last time. This is a digital 8 camera. It's switching into Hi8. That's good. It's a digital 8 Hi8 camera. We got a counter now. Still don't see any footage. Oh. Weird. What is going on, guys? Of course, today I get, you know, the first 3 tapes played, but this one has a counter. Oh, there's an image. Okay, maybe it's dirty heads. I don't think it's a dirty head. I think it's a record format that I don't have a camera for. But let's clean the heads on it just in case. But you see, just because it reads as blank on this computer, on this other cameras, it's showing something showing up on this one. So I mean, you gotta. It looks like just a regular Hi8 tape. You know, but the customer that came in barely spoke any English. And they did have some PAL tape boxes with NTSC recordings on it, which means that they were back and forth, different countries. And maybe they had a camcorder that was a little funky. Maybe their camcorder over there was a little funky on some of these tapes. And oh man, I hope not all of these tapes are like this, because that would be unfortunate. Let's see if you get any picture. Okay, so multiple things going on here, guys. Let's open it up and look at it. And this is why you gotta find someone who cares enough to try these different things. So this is a Hi8 tape, Hi8 footage. It plays on this digital 8 Hi8 camera. But this is also a digital 8 Hi8 camera. And it wasn't able to play it. It didn't even register it as there being footage on it. So if I press play, it's going to switch into Hi8 mode, which you can see. Hopefully you can see. And now it's reading the counter. It wasn't doing that before, but it's not playing the image. If I fast forward, it acts like a digital 8 tape. So we know that this tape here is not going to work in our NTSC cameras. I just got lucky that I have a digital 8 Hi8 PAL camera that we'll be able to do this tape with. Now, what I should do is call the customer and say, hey, look, like some of these tapes are in a different format that, you know, it takes special camera to do the job. And I might. But I already overestimated the project. So I just won't give him those discounts and explain to him, you know, hey, some of these tapes are blank, but I'm not going to come down on price because you got a bunch of weird, oh, not weird, but a bunch of foreign tapes, and that's a different price because I only have so much equipment for that. And let's say I get into this and his tapes damage my gear, I have to get more gear to try to finish this project, otherwise I don't get paid. So it's a risk. It is definitely a risk taking on these tapes, these foreign tapes, without discussing that they were foreign. So let's just and maybe I will talk to him about it and say, hey, you know, some of these tapes are from overseas, and that wasn't disclosed. I've only got a handful of players. It cost me extra money to do that kind of stuff, and just want to let you know. And maybe it's not PAL. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe it's just like a super long play recording that just won't show through on the other cameras, but this camera can play it. So we'll see. If this tape ends up being 2.5 hours long, we'll know that that was probably the issue. It's just a special recording. I didn't expect this to be a hard start this morning. I expected to have a lot of this stuff going 20-30 minutes ago, because I really want to finish up on this film I got going on over here. This is the kind of the one I have to do, but this one's been in a house fire damage. This is the way they gave it to me. Look at that. It's all melted looking. It smells like a bonfire for sure. It's mostly smoke damage, but like this one here, this is all melted. But the film itself looks like it's okay. It just need to be cleaned. So added a bunch of players down here now. So this is for VHS tapes as well. So this has been like Hi8, Digital 8, VHS, and then PAL tapes have been on these workstations. And then obviously this is all VHS, and then those 4 at the end, or 6 at the end there, are set up for mini DV as well. So it's pretty easy transition to mini DV whenever I need to do that. Guys, let me know in the comments if you know what the answer is to this problem. I mean, yeah, I found a solution, but I still don't 100% know, because this doesn't look like overseas or another country. This looks like, I don't know, here. All right, this tape here is damaged. Look at that. Look at that. It's like, in between the plastic, like where it broke here. Maybe we can get an easy fix and just separate it. I know I'm putting my fingers on it, but the tape is broken and the tape is slid through the crack on both sides. It'd be nice to not have to take this tape apart. So I'm just gonna try to fish it through without tearing it. I don't think that's gonna happen though. It's pretty in there. Nope, it broke. Ugh. Something's wrong with this tape. See, this is the thing, like, it's hard to price this kind of stuff because you don't know what you're gonna run into until you start messing with these people's tapes. And maybe I won't take this tape apart, but I probably should. But I do think that I can use my little tape trick. I mean, maybe it's not my trick, but I've used it a lot. You take your screwdriver, wrap it around so you have sticky side out. Unlock the tape, reach down in there, and grab the tape like that. And because the tape itself is kind of broken and coming apart, we'll try to tape it back together so it doesn't come apart while we're trying to transfer it. And this may work, this may not work. But I think it's gonna work. That. Get a little bit more tape here. Probably gonna have to cut this bad part off. You know, and you can sometimes tell when the customer comes in too that they know they have problems with their tapes. And they just don't tell you. It's annoying, but it doesn't happen all the time, so it's not too bad. Makes things interesting anyways. Let that dry, and that'll be a pretty decent splice. I mean, I've done better, but that tape is damaged. Do this every day, same thing, over and over again. And everything works perfectly, and then that one comes up and it's got a tear. 17. So we'll let that tape dry because it's got alcohol on it. Put the alcohol down on the table to make it easier to work with the ribbon. But yeah, I'm gonna everything seems to be running pretty good. I'm gonna order some food, and I got a bit tired of the chest mount, guys, but anyways, this splice is done on this tape and it's looking good. Let's see if it'll rewind now with the tape and everything holding it together. All right, it's rewinding good. That's great. So I don't have to actually open that tape, which is great. I don't like opening up Hi8 tapes. Everything's still going good over here. And it is 11:13, so let's go ahead and give this person a call and see what's going on with their tapes and kind of find out the story behind the SE cam.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Hey, this is Sean here at Emerald Coast Digitizing. Do you mind giving me a call back when you get a chance? Customers here. I just had a crazy rush. Tons of people come in and out of here, just talking, chatting, and
Bluetooth connected.
got a few jobs brought in, but let's try to call this guy again to see what.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 85.
Alright guys, well, I got no answers for you on the Hi8. I can't get the guy to pick up the phone, but I gotta end this video because I got a lot of stuff to do. Thanks for watching. If you like this content, check out this other video here. This is gonna be just more of me, working problems and transferring tapes. So, thanks so much. See you in the next one.